Porsha done fumbled the bag with the hot dog man. Porsha done fumbled the bag with her granddaddy's LLC. Feed the homeless, Hosea. She done fumbled the bag with Future, because Future still ain't come out. I guess he ain't gonna never come out and say he did fucked her because she's a married woman. That would be stupid to do such a thing. Because then she won't get the house. And the podcaster, she has blown the bag with everybody. Porsha is single and ready to mingle again. Porsha is gonna be going on. How many she ain't never married Dennis. Dennis never married her. Dennis just nutted in her. Dennis just did the one thing that everybody else didn't do, which is actually go through with the baby. Even Simon, old ass, knew not to go through with the motherfucking baby. Everybody knew not to go through with the baby, but Dennis. Dennis was the only one that went through there. And I know I should not be talking about my cousin Porsha like this because we both Williams. But at the end of the day, this is a whole nother tree. And that's like in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, some girls just gotta get grafted in. They just gotta get grafted on inside that motherfucking aura. Because some of those just ain't anointed. They just got to be taught. Porsha had to fumble the bag. Over $300 million has been gone the motherfucking way. So go ahead and pull this up right here. Porsha and her 65-year-old sugar daddy Simon going on 70. Who would have ever thought Simon had $300 million in the bank account? I'm gonna tell y'all this story. This story gonna make y'all cry. It's gonna make everybody cry. It says in a shocking revelation, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, by the way, Phaedra Price is not a main cast member of the Housewives of Atlanta. I have wrote that down, and I was gonna write that down, but I also made a blog post about that. Phaedra is just on the. Phaedra is just gonna be part of the girls' trip. She'll be part of the girls' cast. They're going on the little girls' trip that they got going, like I think in Jamaica or somewhere. I don't know, child, somewhere. And wherever the cast trip at, Phaedra gonna be right there. Phaedra gonna be as soon as the plane land. She's gonna start working. Once the plane exit off that island, wherever they at, she's back to Married to Medicine. That's all. They gassed y'all up. They hyped y'all up. They made y'all think it was gonna be something. It ain't gonna be nothing. They had 8 to 7 girls on the show that all had a peached up, and Kenya fired. Kenya gone. And the shocking revelation, right? And so that's first of all, if Phaedra is only giving it up for like what 2 episode and a half, girl, it ain't nothing she can even do. That means she gonna sit there and you go, oh, ooh, Jesus, praise Father. Ooh, Aiden. Ooh, I miss my president. Ooh, just shit like that. Don't nobody got time for that. See, girls, when mom was in Athens, she want me to do stuff like, I nobody got time for all this stuff. It's just what, 5, 10, 60 minutes, girl? That's not the answer to the show. The show was canceled. The show was over. The whole show's over. Y'all don't realize that y'all don't realize I've been telling this for the long. Bravo is a dead dud network. The only way for them to continue to drum up any type of gossip or any type of anything for this show at Bravo is when they fire somebody. They keep telling us that in order for them to gain any type of financial advantage in these shows, they have to fire the girls. They got to get rid of the girls. They got to end some of these girls. They had to fire Nene, so that means the budget was too much because they had to get rid of her because remember budget cuts. They had to get rid of Beth. They had to get rid of everybody because the budgets. Girl, they just put like this network can't hold it no more, girl. You see the network TNT, that's the Warner Brothers couldn't even get the money to hold NBA over there on TBS and them. That's gone. That's gone to Amazon. You see WWE Monday Night Raw, that's gone too. That ain't on network. It's not on USA nowhere. That's not on the Universal, and that's NBC. They going over there to Netflix. They gone. Everybody from the ditch these shows one by one. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Love and Hip Hop on Now That's TV in a good 4 years. Because that's about as far as it's going to go. Because they can't go make their own Love and Hip Hop app. Because if they did, girl, that was a flop too. Because they tried that, the Love and Hip Hop app with the VH1 app, but that didn't work because that was the only show they had at that time to really boost the thing up. But see, the shit, girl, that's not my problem. That's not my job. That's not my job. That's not my job. I'm not here to give bitches advice and show bitches how to get ahead. That's not my job. Anyway. In the shocking revelation, the Rise of Atlanta, Porsha Williams had disclosed her estranged husband, Simon Gavardi, has a staggering net worth of over $300 million. This bombshell revelation came to light amidst her ongoing and increasingly bitter divorce proceedings, according to court documents obtained by In Touch Weekly. Favorite. Porsche fired back at Simon's demands. She fired back at Simon's demands because Simon kept putting her address on the paperwork. Simon, she was doing this to be messy. Simon demands to her to produce a series of documents, including her Real Housewives of Atlanta contract, as part of their continuous divorce wars. Now watch this divorce end quicker than King's Dawn. How much you want to put on? Everybody divorced end faster than King's Dawn. And first of all, I can't even do it. Stick on top of Damion. Porsha argued that the prenuptial agreement that Simon signed on November 17, 2020, had a provision explicitly stating that the purpose was to avoid consent and expensive litigation, including the costly and potentially intrusive discovery process. The discovery process is what he found out that she was fucking on. She was talking to Future and all the Mean Lee girl, and all them other people in the wee wilds of the midnight of the hours. However, Porsha accused Simon of intentionally initiating every discovery tool that the parties' prenuptial agreement explicitly compensates forging. So basically, they did the discovery. They had an agreement, and all this. Basically, what Portia's trying to do is just because I don't got time for all these lawyer words. Basically, what Portia's trying to do is Portia's trying to make it seem like that because of the fact that we signed the contract, this is what we said, this is what it is, and I'm standing 10 toes down on it. But Portia don't realize that whenever you get an envelope that look like this, then they got a little contract in it, girl, I could always go to a court and go to a judge, and I could always tell them that I don't agree with what I had signed at that moment in time. And I feel like this is done under some fraudulent forgery activities. And I do not like chicks like Porsha. I'm not Porsha. Like Porsha, I do not like people like that. I've gone through dealing with people like that. I have experienced people like that. People who will actually lay up with you, lay down with you, actually stick beside you, try to hold you down like 4 flat tires on the motherfucking Escalade, and try to be your motherfucking friend and try to be there and act like they actually want something to be with you, but I asked for to be with you and they actually don't want to be with you. This is actually downright pathetic, disgusting, and nasty. And the fact that she actually did that, and the fact that she tried to secure this bag with this man is disgusting. The fact that not only did she try to secure this bag with this man by trying to steal this man's house, trying to steal this man's money, and I'm glad that she fumbled the bag. I'm glad she don't get the $300 million. I'm glad that she's never going to be able to have those kids that he ought. Definitely off those kids. Do I need to go back and go tell y'all about the IV? They had 2 kids in the IV child. The kids ain't gonna make it. The kids ain't never gonna be here to see Kamala be president. Porsha had fucked that up. Porsha fumbled that too. Porsha was supposed to get child support for 18 years. That ain't gonna happen. They almost had the baby, almost there. It ain't gonna happen. You know, Porsha keep talking about she wanted to go right here. Porsha talking about she wanted baby, wanted baby. Remember, she was talking about that the whole time during the whole thing with Simon. I mean, what it was during the whole show. Remember, she had her little Porsche knows this, whatever the fuck that show was. Nobody watch. She was talking about she wanted the baby then. She wanted the baby then. But now, when she had the opportunity to get a baby right here, here you go right here, y'all. I'm playing. There go right here. I'm thinking it's touchscreen. Here you go, right here. Right here. Porsha's IVF drama with Simon Gavadia raises more questions than answers. The ongoing saga of Porsha and Simon Gavadia is Porsha with Simon Gavadia's relationship continue to unfold in dramatic fashion. According to the latest tea spill by Atlanta blogger Michelle A.C. Alien, my girl. It seems the former Raw Housewives of Atlanta star underwent some unconventional family planning measuring of their tumultuous relationship. The Lipstick Alley thread claims that Porsha allegedly used their hold on. Yeah. Hold on. The Lipstick Alley thread claims that Porsha allegedly used in vitro fertilization IVF to conceive a child with her now ex-husband Simon. That is true. We did find out that it is true. However, the thread suggests that Simon has included a clause in that surrogate agreement that allowed him to terminate the agreement if they were to ever get divorced. When Porsha ultimately filed the divorce with Simon, notice he knew. I guess he just knew this one going to work out because it's just always divorce. divorce with these people. When Porsha ultimately filed for divorce with Simon, he reportedly invoked this clause, resulting in the termination of the surrogacy of Porsha's IVF conveyed unconceived pregnancy. And if true, this will be a shocking and controversial turn of events. She ain't having that baby. That man ain't having that baby with that hoe. Firstly, the idea that Simon would include such a provision to the surrogacy contract raises ethical questions. Surrogacy is already a complex and legal mercury area, and inserting a clause that allows that allows the intended father to be essentially cancel the pregnancy upon a divorce seemingly highly problematic. Secondly, Porsha uses the IVF to have Simon's child while they were still married. Adds another layer of complication. IVF is an intensive and emotionally taxing process, both physically and financially. For Porsha to have undergo IVF with the intentions of carrying Simon's child, only for him and later terminate the agreement, must have been incredibly a disaster and devastating for her. It is worth nothing that neither Porsha nor Simon have publicly confirmed or denied these specific details about their relationship or family planning. The information is currently limited to unverified tweets shared in the listed alley form. However, the large context of Porsha and Simon's tumultuous relationship is well documented. The whirlwind romance, engagement, and marriage took place with the span of about a year, raising eyebrows among the Housewives of Atlanta fans. Porsha's ex-fiance Dennis McKinney, who's also named in that discovery, who she was on the phone with, that's her baby daddy. That's the one that sell them hot dogs and nasty ass hot dogs. If you ever been in Atlanta, you ever notice that everybody be in Atlanta, ain't nobody never told you when to go eat Dennis hot dogs. Ain't nobody never gonna tell you that they went to Dennis hot dogs. And ain't nobody ever tell you that they have went to Dennis hot dog place and had a great time. Ain't nobody, as long as we done seen this man and they showing it to me. Ain't nobody gonna walk up to nobody and say, "Oh my God, girl, you got to go try one of these hot dogs. These hot dogs is delicious, girl. You got to go try the new cookies and cream hot dog, girl. It is amazing. All the new honey bun, all the new big bag gun. You don't know. Don't mind. I don't even think that's great. I think that's a scam. I think that's fixed up. I think that's set up, and I think that this whole thing is just a bunch of shit. This girl is going out in shit, and I'm glad that she's getting all the bit of karma that she is truly deserving to get, because it's not over with yet. And marriage all took place within the span of a year, raising eyebrows amongst the roster of Atlanta fans. Porsha's ex-fiance Dennis McKinney, with whom she has a daughter, the only person in nothing important Porsha, and actually allow her to push out of it. Can you imagine that Dennis McKinney, only because he had $3 million, that's not the same amount as $300 million, because he had $3 million, he actually nutted in Porsha. He had $3 million actually nutted in Porsha, and Porsha actually allowed the baby to go through. So she has a daughter and has been vocal upon the disapproval of Porsha's relationship with Simon. Now with Porsha and Simon's divorce finalized, the spotlight remains firmly fixed on the former couple and as they navigate the aftermath. The alleged detail of the IVF plans and Simon reported attempt to terminate the surrogacy arrangement only adds to the complexity of the split. As the dust settles, many questions linger. Was Simon's supposed surrogate clause truly a calculated move, or simply an unfortunate consequence of their failed marriage? How did Porsha cope with the emotional turmoil of undergoing IVF, only to have the resulting pregnancy abruptly ended? And what does this mean to their future co-parenting relationship? I can tell you what it means. I can tell you it means that Porsha is fraud. Porsha, and that's what they were talking about when Nick Nene was talking about when she said freak and fraud. She was talking about this whore over here to my right. She was talking about Porsha. Porsha was the fraud. This is the freak right here. Phaedra is the freak. This is fraud. Freak and fraud. This is the one that said it. Freak, fraud. Freak, fraud. Freak, fraud, fire. Freak, fraud, fire. Freak, fraud, fire. In that order. It's definitely in that order. This is getting ridiculous. It's getting low key quite scary too at sometimes, and at some places of the Davis. Now, moving right along onto the stars. Now, I been sitting with y'all for a good hour. I am going to go on about my day because I got some things that I got to do. I'm gonna chop up this video. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna come live again tomorrow. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do this every day, and I'll see y'all again. Y'all have a beautiful day. If y'all know how to make any outros or intros for that, make sure y'all teach me because we are definitely going to get into this bag. And not just get to this bag, but we're gonna have a good time. Good day. Go blessings. Have a great day. My name is Damion Williams. Enjoy the remainder of your day. Bye bye.